हरे हरे, हरे
शम
कृष्णा
शम
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा
हरे
कृष्णा हरे हरे।
शम 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 शम
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is 4th of August. It is a Sunday. It is Shravana Masa or Sridhara Masa, Krishna Paksham, and the Amavasya Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today. So I shall quickly move into daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Lord Brahma is speaking to Narada Muni, and he was saying that after Brahma has worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead to please him, and later on, all the Prajapatis they worshipped in the following in the footsteps of Brahma, and later on, there are Manus and also great sages, forefathers, and the learned scholars, and the Daityas, and all the humankind. They are also in the footsteps of the previous Prajapatis and Brahma. They also worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead to please him. And then everything is sustaining on the basis of Lord Narayana. Lord Narayana is the source for everything. And so from him everything comes. And though everything comes, the Lord, he still, to maintain these material affairs, he accepts the three material modes of nature for the creation, maintenance, and destruction. Likewise, Brahma was saying, Narayane Bhagavati tad idam vishumahitam gruhita mayoru gunaha sargadava gunasvataha. Narayane Bhagavati tad idam vishwam ahitam gruhita mayo gurugunaha sargado agunaha svataha. Sargado, all the primary creation, secondary creation, everything. Even though agunaha svataha, he is not attracted towards this material nature, but still he is gruhita, he accepted them for the purpose of creation, maintenance, and destruction. So, likewise, Brahma was saying. So, today he is saying that when he accepts this good material energies like a goodness, passion, and ignorance in the form of um, Vishnu, Brahma, and Lord Shiva. So at that time, Vishnu as the Purusha Rupa, keeping Brahma and Lord Shankara in his control, and then he maintains this universe. So Brahma and Lord Shiva are not independent. When we read uh, there are 10 offenses. Out of those 10 offenses, so there is one of the offense is so this is the to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. So they are not independent. So here this verse gives the insight. So Brahma is saying that Brahma and Lord Shiva are in the control of the Vishnu. And in such a way, he maintains this universe. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 6, verse number 32. सुजामि तन्नियुक्तोऽहम् अरोहरति तद्वशः विश्वं पुरुषरूपेण परिपाति त्रिशक्तिधृक् सृजामि सृजामि तन्नियुक्तोऽहम् So here Brahma saying to Narada Muni, Sujami, I create, and Tanniyuktoham, and Tanniyuktoham, by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, Niyukto, and he appoints me, Aham, Niyuktoham, Haro Harati, and Lord Shiva destroys. Haro Harati. Hara is the Lord Shiva, and Harati he destroys. Tadvashaha, this is the important point. Under his subordination. Sujami Tanyiktoham Haro Hariti Tadvashaha. Under his subordination, I create and Lord Shiva destroys. And what about the Vishnu? Vishwam Purusha Rupena. So here, Vishnu is the Purusha Rupena. Vishwam. So this Vishwam is this material universe, the whole universe. Purusha Rupena, the personality of Godhead by his eternal form. Paripati Trishakti Druk. Paripati, he maintains Trishakti Druk, the controller of three energies. The controller of three energies. So likewise, Brahma is saying. So under the control, under the control of Vishnu, Brahma creates, and Lord Shankara he destroys. So Narayana is beyond this material universe. So he accepts this. So what we see here, Narayana is always existing in the Vaikuntha, and he also entered into this cosmos. Yata mahanti bhutani bhuteshu ucchavcheshunu pravistani apravistani tata teshu natpeshvaham. This is the third sloka of Chatushloki Bhagavata. So while I enter into the cosmos, so like the material elements, earth, water, fire, wind, and the space, they also exist using that ingredients. So many material bodies have been created. Human body is made up of those five elements. Likewise, birds, beasts, everything. But at the same time, these elements are separate. At the same time, these elements are existing separately. So this universe also having these coverings of earth, water, fire, and wind and space, false ego, and Mahatattva. These are the seven layers. Even though they are existing as coverings, still they are inside the as ingredients, as a lotus stem that has come from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, where all the planetary systems existed. So they are inside, the elements are also inside, and also the coverings. Similarly, Narayana is existing outside of this material world, but still he is existing inside this universe as a Vishnu, Purusha Rupena, and Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, they are also existing within the universe. He is inside and outside. And Namaste Purusham Twadmeshuram Prakrute Param Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antar Bahir Avastitam. He is inside and outside he is existing. So here Brahma is saying Sujami Tanniyuktoham Haro Harati Tadvashaha Vishwam Purusha Rupena Paripati Trishakti Dhruk. So translation for this verse. By his will I create, Lord Shiva destroys, and he himself, in his eternal form, as the personality of Godhead, maintains everything. He is the powerful controller of these three energies. Can I request volunteers? Can I request Roshni Mataji, would you like to read the purport, please? If you like.
Sure, Hare Krishna. The conception of one without a second is clearly confirmed here. The one is Lord Vasudeva, and only by his different energies and expansions are different manifestations, both in the material and in the spiritual worlds, maintained. In the material world also, Lord Vasudeva is everything, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 7:19. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Everything is Vasudeva only. In the Vedic hymns, also the same Vasudeva is held to be supreme. It is said in the Vedas, Vasudevat Paro Brahmana Janyo. Sorry, I can't.
न चान्यो अद्धोऽस्ति तत्त्वतः.
In fact, there is no greater truth than Vasudeva, and Lord Krishna affirms this same truth in the Bhagavad Gita 7.7. Mata parataram nanyata. There is nothing above me, Lord Krishna. So the conception of oneness as overly stressed by the impersonalist is also accepted by the personalist devotee of the Lord. The difference is that the impersonalist denies personality in the ultimate issue, whereas the devotee gives more importance to the personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam explains this truth in the verse under discussion. Lord Vasudeva is one without a second, but because he is all-powerful, he can expand himself as well as display his omnipotencies. The Lord is described here as omnipotent by three energies, three Shakti. So primarily, his three energies are internal, marginal, and external. This external energy is also displayed in the three modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Similarly, the internal potency is, or the living entities, is also spiritual. Bhaktim Vidhi Me Param. But the living entities, oh, sorry, I think I missed it.
Samantha, could you please read from here?
Yes, similarly, the internal potency is also displayed in three spiritual modes, Samvit, Sandhini, and Ladini. The marginal potency, or the living entities, is also spiritual, Bhaktim Vidhi Me Param. But the living entities are never equal to the Lord. The Lord is Nirasta Samya Arishaya. In other words, no one is greater than or equal to the Supreme Lord. So the living entities, including even such great personalities as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are all subordinate to the Lord. In the material world also, in his eternal form of Vishnu, he maintains and controls all the affairs of the demigods, including Brahma and Shiva.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully read. Okay, so in this purport, Prabhupada is explaining the conception of one without a second is clearly confirmed. So here, Narayana is the only one. We know that even unknowingly everyone can say that Lord is only one, there is only one God. Even I, without knowing any Krishna conscious philosophy, I used to, and as a childhood, understand that the God is only one, there is no second. So this is confirmed here. So Narayana, he accepts Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwara, three forms to maintain this universe. And Prabhupada is explaining on the context of God is one. The one is Lord Vasudeva, and only by his different energies and expansions are different manifestations, both in the material, in the spiritual worlds. So in the spiritual world, he is in the Narayana form. Here in this material world, he is in the Vishnu form. So there are three Vishnus here: Karanodakasai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, and Kshirodakasai Vishnu. These three Vishnus. Vishnostu त्रीणि रूपाणि. Vishnostu त्रीणि रूपाणि. These are the Karnodakasai Vishnu, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, Kshirodakasai. So Karnodakasai Vishnu is the Ekam tu Jagasrashtuhu. So from his body, so many universes come. Garbhodakasai Vishnu, he is the expansion of Karnodakasai Vishnu and enters into each and every universe. And third is Kshirodakasai Vishnu as the super soul, as the with his potency as the super soul, and also Virata Rupa. He is the one of the maintainer of this universe. So that is the Kshirodakasai Vishnu. So in the material world also, Lord Vasudeva is everything. Wherever he goes, he is the Lord. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Vasudeva Sarvamiti, everything is Vasudeva only. And from the Vedas, Prabhupada is explaining that Vasudevat Paro Brahman Nachanyu Ardhosti Tattvataha. There is nothing else, no greater truth than the Vasudeva. And Lord Krishna says that मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि प्रोतं idam sarvam sutrena manigana iva. All these universes just like a pulse sting into a thread. Likewise, all the universes, they are under my control. Maya protam idam sarvam. There is nothing above Lord Krishna. So the conception of oneness, as overly stressed by the impersonalist, is also accepted by the personalist, devotee of the Lord. So the difference is that impersonalist denies the personality in the ultimate issue, whereas the devotee gives more importance to the personality of Godhead. This is easy. Impersonalist to concentrate for his meditation, it is very, very difficult. Kleshurikasrestesham abhyakta sakta chetasam klesha it is so much of painful even to meditate. If I wanted to, if there is nothing, and if we acknowledge the energy of the Lord, how can we worship? So that's why the devotee gives more importance to the personality of Godhead. If there is a deity form, the Lord is existing everywhere. That is true. But if I wanted to worship Him, but how impersonalist can worship? But here, devotee worship the deity, offering nice prasadam, decorate the deity in the beautiful form. So that is all kinds of pleasure devotee receives from the Lord. That is the personality of Godhead. And then Srimad Bhagavatam explains this truth in the verse under the discussion. Lord Vasudeva is one without a second, but because he is all powerful, he expands himself as well as display his omnipotencies. Omnipotency is always unparalleled. And Brahma, so here Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, Brahma, when he has come from the lotus flower, he was offering his prayer to Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, saying that Yova aham cha girishasya vibhu swayam cha sthiti uddhva pralaya hetav atma moolam bhitva tripad bogruda ek uru prohaha tasmai namo bhagavate bhona dhrumaya. Bhona dhrumaya. You are the Bhona Dhruma is the tree. You are the root of the tree. O Garbha Sai Vishnu. Likewise, Brahma is offering. Yova Aham Cha Girishasya Vibhu Swayam Cha. So Brahma, Vishnu, and yourself, you come as a Vishnu, and myself and Girishasya. So for the Sthiti Uddhva Pralaya Hetav Atma Moolam, for the creation, maintenance, and destruction. So likewise, Brahma prays. So there is no only Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. From the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, there are so many incarnations come from Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. In this material, every universe, so Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is lying in the Garbhodaka water. From him, the different incarnations like Varahadeva, Narsimhadeva, everything, whenever there is a need, one incarnation comes from the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So that one, Brahma also mentions, Ado Gruhitam Avatara Shadaika Bijam, Ado Gruhitam Avatara Shadaika Bijam. This is the Brahma's prayer to Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Ado Gruhita. Here, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is not the ultimate. So he is addressing him, Ado Gruhita, O the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You have accepted this form. Ado Gruhita Avatara Shateka Bijam, the form which I am seeing now, it is the source of all other incarnations. So likewise, Brahma is everything rooting to Narayane Bhagavati Tadidam Vishwam Ahitam. Everything is situated on Narayana only. So here the Lord displays all by his omnipotencies. He expands himself as well as displays his omnipotencies. The Lord is described here as omnipotent by three energies. Trishakti Druk. He is the controller of three energies. And the three energies are internal, marginal, and external. So internal is the which is always Atma Maya. And marginal is the living entities. They can choose whether they can be in the energy of the Lord, internal energy of the Lord, or external energy of the Lord. And another one is the external energy, which is the manifested like earth, water, fire, bhinna, prakriti, astadha. These are the external energy of the Lord. So this external energy is also displayed in the three modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Similarly, internal potency is displayed in the three special modes, spiritual modes. They are Samvit, Sandhini, and Hladini Shakti. These are the three internal potencies of the spiritual energies of the Lord. And marginal potency of the living entities is also spiritual. This is Prakritim Vidhi Me Param. This is Apare Mitaswanyam Prakritim Vidhi Me Param. So they will come to this mid, and though they belong to the supreme energy, Yayedham Dharitam Jagat. So here they come to this material world to experience the pains and pleasures. Yayedham Dharite Jagat. So no one, and then, but the living entities are never equal to the Lord. So Mama Amsha is not equal to the whole part of the Lord. So Mama Iva Amsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhotaha Sanatana. They are the tiny particles. They are Amshas. If we have got a human body, the fingers are small parts, hands are parts, legs are parts, but they are not the whole body. So likewise, living entities are never equal to the Lord. They are not all, they are amshas, small amshas. The Lord is nirasta samya atisaya. In other words, no one is greater than or equal to the Supreme Lord. So here, bhuyo namaha sadrujina achi de asatam asambhavaya akila sattva murdhaye पुंसां पुनः पारमहंस आश्रमे व्यवस्थानम अनुमृग्यदाशुसे. So this is one of the prayers of Sukadeva Goswami. Namo namastestu Rushabhaya Sattvatam Vidhurakaštaya Muhuhu Kuyoginam Nirasta Samyat Tena Radhasa Swadamani Brahmani Ramsire Namaha. So though he doesn't have anyone equal or greater than him. And Swadamani Brahmani Ramste Namaha, he enjoys in his spiritual abode. Swadamani Brahmani Ramste Namaha. So by his internal potency, he enjoys. And no one is equal or above him. Mattah Param Nanyat. No one is equal to Krishna. So the living entities, including even such great personalities as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, are all subordinate to the Lord. This is Tadvashaha. So they are under controller of Vishnu. That's why this is kept in the one of the second offense of the 10 offenses. One should not treat Brahma and Shiva is equal to Lord Vishnu. She is also mentioned in the scriptures that whoever treats them, they are like a Pashandi. And then Prabhupada explains that in the material world also, in his eternal form of Vishnu, he maintains and controls all the affairs of demigods, including Brahma and Shiva. So this is the Purusha Rupena Paripatati Shakti Druk. So these are the Purusha Rupas, three Purusha Rupas and three Gunavataras. And there are in the Bhagavatam, in the first canto, third chapter, 1 to 29, 28 verses, everything is explained about 22 Leela Avataras. There are many, and apart from these Leela Avataras, there are Manvantara Avataras and the Rishis, there's so many incarnations. ऋषियो मन्वो देवमन्पुत्र महौजसः कलाः सर्वे हरेः सप्रजात स्मृताहम्. Many incarnations they are coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But still, Narayan is outside of this world. He is always in his Swadamani Brahmani Ramste Namaha, in his abode, with all his opulences, he enjoys with his internal potency and his devotees. So here Prabhupada is explaining all these things. The Lord is only one, and there is no one is equal to him. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srujami tanniyuktoham haro harithi tadvashaha vishwam purusha rupena paripati trishakti druk. Likewise, Brahma is speaking to Narada Muni. Okay, so we shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today letter to Krishnadasa, March 20th, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request Meena Mataji, would you like to read this letter?
My dear Krishna Dasa, please accept my blessing. I beg acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 19 March 1970 and have noted the content. Yes, I am very glad to learn that uh, Hansdutta and Himavati have arrived with Tamal Krishna and they have to such short order set set up a good program of activities. So now your deities are being cared for under Himavati's direction, and Sankirtan party is more successful, led by Hansadutta and Tamala. Now, with this good organization, please continue to work combinedly for spreading our Krishna consciousness movement throughout Germany. You have said that there is such great scope for preaching there, so I'm very hopeful that you will be very eager to carry out the preaching work, starting many new starting many new centers. Our first business is the preaching work, specially to organize centers, and you right to say that now this spreading potency will be utilized. So you should join wholeheartedly in this program. If you think that the time spent for studying 2 to 12, studying 2.5 years more can be better used immediately to boost our Krishna consciousness movement, then you can turn your effort in this direction. That will be very nice. Thank you very much for sending the article, which appears to be very nice. Unfortunately, none of us is able to read it. And thank you also for the incluse of $15 as contribution to my maintenance fund. Please offer my blessing to Jay Govinda and Govinda and Sadanandini for their being united in Krishna consciousness service. When I first saw this girl in Buffalo, I, I wanted her to get married with a nice boy, and I am happy that Jai Govinda is chosen for this purpose by Krishna. So I think they are very nice combination, and let them work jointly with great enthusiasm. I think both you and Sivananda should marry some German girls if they are Krishna consciousness. Please offer my blessing to all the other boys and girls. There is a Hamburg Center. There, boys and girls there in Hamburg Center. I hope this will lead you in good health. Your ever well wisher, Acid Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Yes, that Prabhupada is saying that like in Germany there was devotee Anstata and Tama Krishna and all this also joined there, and so Himanvati Mataji and they had joined over there, and so everything was working very nicely, and by uh, um, yeah, so it's like with good organization, so they this Krishna consciousness will be spreading very nicely on Germany. And then there is very good scope of preaching, and then Prabhupada is very He also wants that it is, and that's where you are carrying this preaching work, like, eagerly, and that's where you can like start many centers with organizations, and also with the devotees, like, together. Yes, you can like many centers can be open that way. And then Prabhupada is saying that is our first work is to preaching, and organizing centers. So, and so he's saying that now this is spreading nicely, and then so he's very happy with that. 2.5 years more can be better, and with your Krishna consciousness moment, when you can turn your effort in in this direction. So I just talking about, he's just saying about this in Krishna consciousness. And, and for so, and then he's also saying that he's also talking about the sadhana. In one of the Mataji's, like, he's got a good we could find a good partner and they get married, and he's so happy that they both can work, Govinda and Jai Govinda, and both can in Krishna consciousness. And he also telling him as well that if you can find, like, good German girls and who are in the Krishna consciousness, and he's happy that they can get married and work together. And and I think, and then he just gave blessing to all the boys and girls in Hamburg. So that's the takeaway.
Thank you so much, Mata.
And Prabhupada also is also in theism, like, telling that it's not just we have to be a married life, also can success, and if we are together and both are together, Krishna consciousness, they can preach together as well. So so he also encouraged that as well. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully read and summarized. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Ram Lala Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, it was clearly mentioned nicely. So, in fact, Prabhupada is always happy to have a center, Krishna Consciousness Center. So that is his target. He's especially in Europe. He gave at the beginning the task for Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Now he is not in this world. So and Hamsaduta Prabhu. They worked together nicely, and it was successful. The preaching center was several in Germany, in other places in Europe. So it was mentioned clearly. And he was giving allocated 2.5 years is okay to have to make some in the Krishna consciousness direction. And Prabhupada always become happy if any center can be developed in the Europe. So that was Mahaprabhu's mission. পৃথিবীতে যত আছে নগরাদি গ্রাম সর্বত্র নাম হইবে every place, every town, his name will be preached. That was his preaching center. It was very important. And rest of the other thing also Prabhupada wanted to have the family life with the devotee. So if some devotee, if they do marry with another devotee, some girl or some girl with some devotee boys, so it will be nice. And he arranged some such kind of things. He recommend. That was very nice to have some devotee. They arranged to get family life to start the family life. So that was also his suggestions. And at that time they followed that. Yeah, it was Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained and very beautiful points. Thank you, Prabhuji. Any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So studying the scriptures as much time as needed for better preaching, so which is the first business, and organizing the centers. So likewise, Prabhupada is suggesting that your disciples and as much as possible marry only the Krishna conscious girls. Okay, these are my takeaway points from this letter as well.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. There's other simple thing actually. So at that time, people write not on the print. It was handwriting. So at that time, it was not able to read. At that time, communication was only handwriting. Maximum case, it was handwriting. So one devotee they sent an article, and it was not readable by others, Prabhupada and others. So it was mentioned also that was mentioned. And he donated little contribution, so Prabhupada acknowledged. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nice letter. Okay, so dear devotees, if there are no further additions, then we shall move to the next part of it, Bhagavad Gita Sloka, learning and recitation. Okay, so the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we have been learning the first canto, uh, second chapter, and third chapter, and the verse number is, I think, 8. It is so. In last time we have learned practiced the Kumaras and also Varahadeva Bhagavans as the second incarnation, 2 incarnations. We went up to 7th verse. Now we shall move to the 8th verse. The first Sayo Pradam Devha Kaumaram Sargamasudha Chacharam Brahma Dushcharam. So this is the first one. Chachar Dushcharam Brahma Brahmacharya Makanditam. That is Kumara's appearance as the first incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And second incarnation is Dvitiyam tu Bhavayasya Rasatala Gatamahim Buddharishin Upadatta Yajnashaha Saukaramvapuhu. These are the 2 incarnations we have practiced, and we shall go to the next. It is the Narada Muni. Narada Muni is the third incarnation of the Lord, as Sota Goswami is saying in that sequence. तृतीयं ऋषिसर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वत्वम् आचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः. So here, this is Sota Goswami saying that Tritiyam Rishisargam. Rishisargam Vai. This is in the millennium of Rishis. The third one, the third incarnation is the Tritiyam Rishisargam Vai. It is certainly Devasitvam Upetya Saha. Devasitvam, the incarnation of the Rishi among us, the demigods. So here Narada Muni is the Devarshi. Devasitvam Upetya Saha. And Tantram Satvatam Achasta. Tantram is the exposition of the Vedas. Satvatam, which is especially meant for devotional service. And then Achasta, he collected. And then Naishkarmyam, non-fruitive. And Karmanam Yataha. So here, Narada Muni is the Naishtika Brahmachari. He never married. And even the Brahma says that get married to expand the progeny, he did not accept it. He wanted to be always engaging himself in the devotional service as a Naishtika Brahmachari. So here in the millennium of the Rishis, the personality of Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narada who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected exposition of the Vedas, which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action. So, what is the Bhakti Sutras from the Narada Muni? It is the Pancharatrika Vidhi. And also there is a Narada Purana also is there. So he expounded. So he collected expositions of the Vedas, which deal with the devotional service, all the Bhakti Sutras, and which inspire non-fruitive actions. This is Naishkarmyam Karmanam Yataha, non-fruitive activities. Tantram Satpatam Achasta. So I request dear devotees, kindly take the turns to recite this verse 3 times, each devotee. It is Tritiyam Visargam by Devashitvam Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Achasta Naishkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. Okay, we shall go with the alphabetical order. Gauringa Mataji, would you like to start, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tritiyamisi sarga vai devarsi tomupitya saha tantram sattvatamachasta naiskarmya karmanam yataha. Tritiyamisi sarga vai devarsi tomupitya saha tantram sattvatamachasta Naiskarmya karmanam yataha. Titiyamrisi sarga vai devarsi tomo vidyasa tantram sattvatamachasta naiskarmya karmanam yataha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Can we request next? Meena Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tritiyamosi Sangarve Devasrita Tvamupetrasa Tantram Satvastamajastha Niskarmya Karmana Yataha. तृतीयामूर्षि सङ्गर्वे देवश्रीत्वमुपेत्य स तन्त्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट निष्कर्म्य कर्मणां यतः तृतीयामूर्षि सङ्गर्वे देवश्रीत्वमुपेत्य स तन्त्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट निष्कर्म्य कर्मणां यतः. Hare Krishna.
Great. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Vai. So when we are pronouncing Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Vai. So generally when we are reciting in other recitations, it is all right. But here when we are trying to learn shlokas, we need to look and stress the sounds as they are existing. So Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Vai. So Rishi Sargam is the millennium of the ages. Rishi Sargam Vai. Devashitvam Upetya Saha. Devarshitvam Upetya Saha. Tantram Satvatam Achasta Naishkarimyam Karmanam Yataha. So when we are stressing that sound needs to be correctly coming out of the mouth. The air has to blow correctly. Trutiyam Visargam Vai Devasitvam Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Achasta Naishkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. So it is a very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. And can I request Ramlala Prabhuji, would you like to try? Can I request Usha Mataji if you would like to try?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. तृतीयं ऋषिशार्दं वै देवर्षि त्वम् उपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः तृतीयं ऋषिशार्दं वै देवर्षि त्वम् उपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः तृतीयं ऋषिसर्गं वै देवर्षि त्वम् उपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः.
Very nice, beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Do we have Chita Sundari Mataji?
Hare Krishna, she is another class because she had another
Yes.
session. Yes.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yes. Yeah. I can try. Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Nityamrishi sargam bhoi devorshita tamum pittasa tantram sattatamasastra nashkarmam karmanam jata. Will I repeat?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Nityamrishi sargam bhoi devorshita tamupettasa tantram sattatamasastra nishkramam karmanam jata trityam nishe sargam bhoi devorshitamupettasa tantram sattatamasastra nishkramam karmanam jata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, very beautiful, Prabhuji. Hemma Mataji, would you like to try to recite this verse?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Prabhuji. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षितम् उपेत्य स तन्त्रं सत्वतम् अचाष्टता नैष्कर्मयं कर्मणं यथा.
2 more times, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. 2 more times?
Yes.
Okay. तृतीयं श्री वै देवर्षित्युपेत्य स तन्त्र सत्वतं माचाष्ट नैष्कर्म्य कर्मणा यथा.
Sorry, Mataji, second line maybe you overlooked.
Second line was not proper. May I try
Second
it again?
line you missed, I think.
Yes.
May I try it again?
Yes, Mataji, please. Yes.
तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षितम् उपेत्य स तन्त्रं सत्वतम् अचाष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणं यथा.
Very beautiful, Mataji. So, Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Vai Devashittam Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Achasta Naishkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. Would you like to try, Mataji, once again? Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Vai
तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै
Devashittam Upetya Saha
देवर्षितम् उपेत्य सः
Devashitvam उपेत्य सः
देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्य सा
तन्त्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट
तन्त्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट
नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः
नैष्कर्मयं कर्मणं यतः
नैष्कर्म्यं
नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणं यतः.
very beautiful. Would you like to try Mataji again?
Yes, sure. Thank you, Prabhuji. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षितम् उपेत्य सा तन्त्रं सत्वतम् अचास्रा नैष्कर्मव्यं कर्मणं यथा.
Very nice. Very beautiful recitation, Mataji. So,
Thank you, Prabhuji. Jai Shri Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so here this is the third incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Narada Muni. This is the verse we are trying to practice and the learning. This is the Sanskrit learning, stressing the sounds of each and every Sanskrit word. So, dear devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly raise in terms of pronouncing and stressing the sounds.
So, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. This Tritiyam Rishi. So, the Sha is say Rishi.
Yes, this is
The
there are three sas actually.
three Sha. Yes.
This is third sa. So
So, this is a Sha.
yes, this is third sa. So sa, sa, sha. This is sha, rushi. And this is ru. It is there are two rus. One is in the ru comes ra comes as part of the consonants ra, and then which has having the komu, that is when it is mixed with ukara, then it is become ru. But here this ru, it is coming from the vowels. A, I, u, ru. That ru is here whenever there is a dot under the or. Rushi. Sargam vai. And whenever this dot, if it is come on top of yes, it will become sa. Second sa. Second sa. If there are no dots on top of yes, it becomes sa. And whenever it is added, Satvatam.
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
Of course, here Rishi. So here also, this is the third Sha. So this is here it is given. And this is Ru is embedded with the M here. Any other questions? Okay, so Trutiyam Rishisargam vai Devashitvam Upetya saha Tantram Satvatam Achasta Naishkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. So here this is the Narada's incarnation and it is in the millennium of Hangman Mataji. Would you like to read the translation, please?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, sure. In the millennium of the rishis, the personality of Godhead accepted the third empowered incarnation in the form of Devarshi Narada, who is a great sage among the demigods. He collected expositions of the Vedas which deal with devotional service and which inspire non-fruitive action.
Thank you so much, Mataji. So this is
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Narada Bhakti Sutras. This is Narada Pancharatras. He has given bhakti, devotional instructions without which are not the fruitive activities, which is not karma kanda. It is completely pure devotional service. And also in the temple, we worship the deities with the Narada Pancharatra Vidhi. So we follow that Narada Pancharatra Vidhi. Okay, here I request dear devotees, so just to you got these synonyms here. and if you would like to give us any context, so you know the meaning translations. I wanted you to try give a explanation for each line of the this particular verse. Gauringi Mataji, would you like to try the first line, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Mm, yeah. Wait, Prabhuji, yeah. I couldn't see here. I use mobile, so yeah. First line, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Titiyam, the third one. Rishis, Sargam, the millennium of the rishis, we certainly Devasitam,
Just only
incarnation of the rishi among the demigods. That's it, Prabhuji, yeah, this way, yeah.
yes.
And then translation. Means Titya means third, Prabhuji. Then Rishi Sarga means I read before the millennium of the rishis. So the third of both the millennium of rishis is the third who did the 60 incarnation, and then they are probably they are incarnation of Satya Avatar or something, Prabhuji. I cannot explain, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. It is a nice day. So Brahma, in the beginning of the creation, he has created the Prajapatis, the 10 Prajapatis. Out of them, Narada Muni is the 10th personality. So that is the time of Rishi Sargam, in the millennium of the rishis. So that is in the third time the Lord has appeared. So this is just a third incarnation of the Lord during the millennium of the rishis. Okay, thank you, Mataji. And then can I request Hangma Mataji about the second line? It is just adding these synonyms and just saying one statement what it means. That's all.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Devarshitam, incarnation of the rishi among the demigods, Upetya, having accepted, Saha, he. So what I think is he was accepted as the incarnation of the rishi among the demigods, maybe.
Yes, that's perfect. That is the third incarnation is Narada Muni.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, very nicely explained. Devasittum upetya saha. And Meena Mataji, would you like to give the third line? Would you like to explain?
Patram, Patram, Patram means expositions of the Vedas. Exposition of the Vedas. And Sattvam, which especially means for devotional service. Satram, Sattva, Sattvatva, Ajasta. So, Sattva means which is specially means for devotional service. Ajasta means collected. So he's like here. This is means he's especially for the he's especially now he's especially for the devotional service. It's just something like that.
Yes, Mataji, yes. So here, in that third incarnation, he collected exposition of Vedas, which is especially meant for devotional service. Just bringing, collected in the first Achasta Tantram Satvatam. So just putting these words and then just combine the line. That is Tantram Satvatam Achasta. So he collected the exposition of Vedas, which are meant, especially meant for devotional service. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And Ramlala Prabhuji, would you like to try the next one?
Yeah, actually, yes. It is mentioning Nishkramam Karmanam Jata. So, actually, in Veda, there is a three types. Actually, Karmakanda, Janakanda, and very little portion is a bhakti. It is hidden part actually. That's why we are following Veda, but it is actually very, very essence. This is ultimate goal, bhakti kanda. Otherwise, karma kanda, it is also mentioning 1 to 8. It is sramahi kavalam, shakam karma. We have to birth and death. This cycle will continue. And there is karma kanda. Jnana kanda, we can learn is an impersonalist way. We can justify argument, but it's not ultimate goal of life for devotional service. So that is not also devotee don't follow that. And third one is actually nashkarmana karma, actually bhakti job. It was also previous word also mentioning Satpatam. Yeah, Satpatam. Actually, this is a loving service to Lord, interaction with Supreme Lord. So without interaction with the Supreme Lord, without devotional service, as a personal interaction with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no devotional service. If we can do, then actually this is a devotional service actually to reach back to Godhead. This is a purification. Otherwise, other thing is a karma kanda. It is bondage, cause of bonding. So we can go this planet, higher planet or lower planet. We have to move around. So this is actually to conclude this part. Actually, this is the nishkarmana. This is our ultimate goal of human life. We have to do some devotional service to Lord. So this is also Naroda is also mentioned third in I can go also not on the first line, previous line also. The Narada Pansada Ratri actually he's the pure devotee. He was a pure devotee. He is given instruction to do devotional service. Forget about this karma kanda and follow the devotional service. He mentioned also fourth canto there. Sorry to add little thing. So fourth canto, chapter 29, it was big lesson to Praseta, to them. It's very interesting. We have to learn also that part. So if you can do karma kando, if you can do sacrifice, animal sacrifice, other thing, it is cause of bondage. We can gain some punna, some piety, but it is not goal of human life. We can, this is a Prabhupada also always mentioned, eating, mating, sleeping, defending. It is a simple nature of human or animal life. Even one can earn a lot of money, enjoy his life, or who is poor, both are the same way of life, but little bit higher standard. But it does not mean spiritual standard we have to improve. So that's why we have to do nishkarmana to do devotional service. So at the final word, we have to mention how as much as we can do devotional service, then we can know God. Bhaktamam avajanati. Only bhakti, only devotional service. Then we can know Lord. We can do interaction with Him, to do seva to Him. Then we can be purified, and we can back to Him. Eternally, we can do engage His service. This is our ultimate goal of Hare Krishna. Sorry for long explanation.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very beautifully explained. Nashkarmyam. This is the non-fruitive work. That is devotional service. It is sometimes called akama. It doesn't yield any results, no reactions to the work, whatever we do. The work is only to please the Lord. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, explaining all these things. Okay, so Usha Mataji, would you like to give the overall meaning of it? Of course, in other way, it is the translation.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Rangala Prabhu explained this. So, yes, the Tritiyam Mudashita, this is the third incarnation of Devasi Narada, and he is, yes, so he doesn't want to do any non-fruitive activities, and then he have empowered by that Lord to give that third incarnation in Prabhu.
Yes, here Narada Muni is the Sektavesha Avatara. Sekti Avesha Avatara. He is the empowered personality. And he is the incarnation of the Lord. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, once again, dear devotees, so now we come to understanding each and every word of this shloka. Tritiyam Rishi Sargam vai Devashitvam Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Achashta Neshkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. Okay, once again, if you, dear devotees, go again 3 times, recite this verse. Try to remember this time as much as possible. Gauringi Mataji, would you like to go? Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes. Would you like to recite and try to remember this shloka?
Yeah, Prabhuji, but cannot be Prabhuji. Okay. तृतीयमृषि सर्ग वै देवर्षितमुपेत्य सा तन्त्रं सत्त्वमाशास्त्रं शास्त्रं नैष्कर्म्य कर्मणां यता तृतीयमृषि सर्ग वै देवर्षितमुपेत्य सा तन्त्रं सत्त्वतमाशास्त्रं नैष्कर्म्य कर्मणां यता. Okay, I'll try Prabhuji. Titiya Nisarga Vai Devasya Tomupetasa Tantram. Can I Prabhuji? Just it.
You can just look Mataji when you need it.
Yeah. Prabhuji, I cannot by heart Prabhuji. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, but next day. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hangman Mataji, would you like to try 3 times?
Thank you, Prabhuji. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षितम् उपेत्य सा तन्त्रं सत्वतम् अचष्टा नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणं यता तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षितम् उपेत्य सा तन्त्रं सत्वतम् अचष्टा नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणं यता.
Devashitvam. So This is Devashitvam. And this is,
Devashitam.
and yes, Devashitvam. And this is Naishkarmyam.
Okay. Devashitvam
Yes.
Naishkarmyam.
Yes, Mother. Would you like
Thank
to
you, Prabhuji. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षितव तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्य सा तन्त्रं सत्वतम् अचाष्टा नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणं
Yataha
यतः.
and Saha. This is Upetya Saha. Karmanam Yataha. This is the Visarga coming. H under the dot. Sorry. H and then under the H is there is a dot. It is Visarga.
Okay, so it will be pronounced as saha,
Yes.
and the last word yataha.
Yes. Perfect. Would you like to try Mataji again?
Thank you, Prabhuji. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वै देवर्षित्वम् उपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सत्वतम् अचष्टा नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणं यतः.
Very beautiful.
Thank you for teaching, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So if you remember these words, because we have been keep reciting, this is called dharana. And because again and again, these words will register in the heart directly. So unknowingly, we can remember with the influence of the Lord in the heart. Sometimes this flow will come. It is not remembered by the intelligence. It will through the heart. तृतीयं ऋषिसर्गं वै देवशित्वम् उपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. And Meena Mataji, would you like to try?
तृतीयं ऋषिसर्गं वै देवश्री त्वम् उपेन्द्रश्च तन्त्रं तत्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट निष्कर्म कर्मय यतः.
Your voice is too low, Mataji.
तृतीयं ऋषिसर्गं वै देवश्री त्वम् उचेष्टश तत्रं सात्वतम् आचष्ट निष्कर्म कर्मणा यतः.
Nice. And here this is Upetya Saha. Would you like to try Mataji again?
उपेन्द्रशः.
Would you like to go once more?
This time without looking at तृतीय ऋषिसर्गं वै देवर्षि उपेन्द्रसः तत्रं सात्वकम् उच्छिष्ट निष्कर्म्य कर्मणा यतः.
Your voice is too low, Mataji. So tantram satvatam achasta naiškarmyam karmanam yataha.
निष्कर्म्य.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Can I request Ramlala Prabhuji, would you like to try again?
Yes, I can try, but my memory is very short. Yeah, someone can help me, please. If I more than 5 seconds, if I block, then please help me. Tritiyam rishi sargam boy. Tritiyam rishi sargam boy. Devorshita Devorshitam upetta sa tantram sattatam asasta Nashkarmanna karmanam jataha Tritiyam sa visar Tritiyam rishi sargam bhoi Devorshittam upat upa upetta sa Tantra Saptatam Asista sorry Tantram Saptatam Asista Nashkarmanam Karmanam Jata. Final. तृतीयम ऋषि तृतीयम ऋषि sargam bhai devorshi devorshi upet devorshittam upetasa tatram satatam asestra nashkarmanam karmanam jata. Sorry,
Very
now
good.
I can try with memorize. Maybe I forget actually. Uh, Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Boi. Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Boi.
Devash.
Yeah. Dev, Devorshi, Upatta, I remember. Devorshi, second word, please.
Devashitvam.
Devorshittam. Okay. Okay. Now I can. Tritiyam Rishi Sargam Bhoi Devorshi Shat Devorshi Devorshittam Devorshittam Upettasha Devorshittam Upettasha Devorshittam Upettasha.
Tantram.
Yeah. I totally forget third line. Tantram. Yeah, you have to help me.
Tatvatam.
Tantram satatam. Tantram okay. Tantram satatam asasta nashkarmanam uh, nashkarmanam nashkarmanam. Sorry,
Naishkarmyam karmanam.
nashkarmanam karmanam jata. Nashkarmanam karmanam jata.
Naishkarmyam karmanam.
Nashkarmanam karmanam
Yes.
jata. Nashkarmanam Nashkarmanam karmanam jata. Yes. Nashkarmanam karmanam jata. Hard line.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you
nicely.
for giving lesson. Yeah,
It's
because my
nice.
memory, some they can memorize very quickly. Even my son, he can do quickly, but I can't.
Very nice. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Can I request Usha Mataji?
Yes, Hare Krishna. तृतीयं ऋषिशार्दूलं वै देवर्षित्वमुपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वतं वाचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः तृतीयं ऋषिशार्दूलं वै देवर्षित्वमुपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वतं वाचष्ट नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः. Okay, so I try with the blessing.
Yes, Mataji.
तृतीयं ऋषिसर्गं वेद देवर्षित्वमुपेत्य सः तन्त्रं सात्वतमाचष्ट निष्कर्म्यं कर्मणां यतः.
Very beautiful. So that is the way of remembering it. Anyone would you like to try without looking? And Mataji, would you like to try without looking?
I can try, but I don't think I have remembered, but I can try.
Yes,
We
Mataji.
will help you.
Sure. Thank you, Prabhuji. तृतीयं ऋषि सर्गं वे देवर्षित्वम्
उपेत्य सः
उपेत्य सः
तन्त्रं
तन्त्रं संगम सात्वतम् अचष्टा नैष्कर्म्यं कर्मणं यता.
Very beautiful. Again, would you like to go again, Mataji? You can just speak whenever you need it.
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. I'll just go through it one more time.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try. Tritiyam rishi sargam ve devarshitam upetya shaha. What was the Tantram Satvatam Acheshta Neshkarmyam Karmayam Yata.
Very nice. Would you like to try again, Mataji?
Yes, sure, Prabhuji. Tritiyam Rishi Sangam Vai Devarshitvam Upetyasha Tantram Sangam Tetram. Sorry, I forgot the word after Tantram.
Satvatam.
Tantram Satvatam Acheshta Neshkarmayam Karmyam Yata.
Very nice. So, Tritiyam Rishisargam Vai Devashitvam Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Achashta Neshkarmyam Karmanam Yataha. Very beautiful. It is called dharana. So throughout the day, within our mind, it keeps going on. We will never ever forget this. This is the Sanskrit, directly goes into the heart.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. We'll try to remember it again and again.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Okay, so this is very beautiful verse. And anyone would like to try?
Yes, Prabhu. May I try, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Tritiyam Rishisa. I'm gonna say. Tritiyam Rishisargam Ve. Tritiyam Rishisargam Ve Devarshitvam Upetya Saha Tantram Satvatam Achashta Neshkarmyam Karmana Yataha.
Perfect. So generally, once you learn it, if you recite it 3 times without looking it, that means it is registered in the heart. And then to recollect it, maybe on the day, same day, evening, again, try again. And then next day, once more. And then if you try for next 3 days, you will remember forever. Okay, so that is, it keeps the Sanskrit, it needs occasionally exercises. Keep remembering whatever we have recited today and maybe tomorrow, and then after that, like that. If you keep doing it for a couple of days, we will always remember. It will be just like our natural language. Okay, so that is, anyone else would like to try? Okay, so we shall read the purport, Prabhupada's explanation for this verse. Anyone would like to read the purport?
Yes, Prabhu. May I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
The great Rishi Narada, who is an empowered incarnation of the personality of Godhead, propagates a devotional service all over the universe. All great devotees of the Lord all over the universe and in different planets and species of life are his disciples.
Srila Vyasadeva, the compiler of the Srimad Bhagavatam, is also one of his disciples. Narada is the author of Narada Pancharatra, which is the exposition of the Vedas, particularly for the devotional service of the Lord. This Narada Pancharatra trains the karmis or the Prithvi workers to achieve liberation from the bondage of repetitive work. The conditioned souls are mostly attracted by repetitive work because they want to enjoy life by the sweat of their own brows. The whole universe is full of repetitive workers in all species of life. The repetitive works include all kinds of economic development plans. But the law of nature provides that every action has its resultant reaction, and the performer of the work is bound up by such reactions, good or bad. The reaction of good work is com- comparative material prosperity, whereas the reaction of bad work is comparative material desire. But material conditions, either in so-called happiness or in so-called distress, are all meant ultimately for distress only. Foolish materialists have no information of how to obtain eternal happiness in the conditioned state. Sri Narada informs these foolish pretty workers how to realize the reality of happiness. He gives direction of the deceased men of the world how one's present engagement can lead one to the path of spiritual e- emancipation. The physician directs the patient uh, to take treated milk in the form of curd for his suffering from indigestion due to his taking another milk preparation. So the cause of the disease and the remedy of the disease may be the same, but it must be treated by an expert physician like Narada. The Bhagavad Gita also gives the same solution of serving the Lord by the fruits of one's labor. That will lead one to the path of Nishkarmya or liberation. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji. It's a very beautiful purport. So Narada Muni has given this Pancharatra. So which is the exposition of the Vedas, particularly for the devotional service of the Lord. So Vyasadeva, he has given so much of immense literature to all of us. That is Mahabharata, and he split one Veda into four Vedas. He has compiled 17 Puranas at that point of time. But still, the Vyasadeva was not happy, and he was thinking and in himself that I have compiled everything, but still I'm not feeling satisfaction. Kimva Bhagavata Dharma na prayena nirupitaha priyaha paramahamsanam tayevihi achyuta priyaha. Is it that I haven't properly glorified the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Bhagavata Dharma, I did not explain it. Na prayena nirupitaha. So, which is very pleasing to the Paramhamsas, and also it is pleasing to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Is it the reason? Likewise, he is contemplating at the time. Narada Muni enters into the ashrama of Vyasadeva, and then Narada Muni inquires from the Vyasadeva, "Are you happy? All because you have compiled Mahabharata and many Puranas and Vedas." And then Vyasadeva says that, "Oh, my dear Narada Muni, so you know everything. You are the son of Brahma. You are able to enter into the heart of each and every living entity to understand what is the in all the living entities feeling. So likewise, you investigate what is the what is causing that I'm not having any happiness, even though I have compiled so many literatures. Then Narada Muni, he says to that, Bhavata anudita prayam yasho bhagavato amalam. Yenaivasav natushyeta manyeta dhashanam kilam. Oh, Vyasadeva, you have compiled everything, but you did not glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhavata anudita prayam, because almost you have not clear glorified Yesho Bhagavato Amalam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So you did not glorify Krishna enough. So yenaiva asau na tushyeta manyeta dashanam kilam. So which is not glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is completely useless. So that is that. So Narada Muni is explaining to Vyasadeva that you have to compile glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Compile the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Narada Muni has given this Narada Pancharatri is complete of devotional service only. And Srimad Bhagavatam is completely for the Paramahamsas, completely who are completely free from the material things. For them, Srimad Bhagavatam is prescribed. It is the topmost literature. निगमकल्पतरोर्घलितं फलं सुकुमुखाद् अमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. It is Narada Muni is explaining to Vyasadeva, you compile that is Srimad Bhagavatam, which is of complete devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Anything which is not glorifying the Supreme Lord, any literature, तद्भाग विसर्गो जडताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकम् अबद्धवत्यपि नामानि अनन्त्यस्य यशोंकितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः. So if we compile any particular shloka or verse perfectly, but that shloka is not addressing the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His glories or His devotees, that shloka is mentioned not perfect. And it is Namani Anantyasya Yasunkitani yat Shunvanti Gayanti Gurunanti Sadhavaha. So the Paramahamsas, they reject such kind of shlokas. If there is no word about the Vishnu and Krishna, there is no meaning for that shloka. Tadvag Visargo Janataga Viplavo Yasmin Praslokam Abadhavatyipi Namani Anantyasya Yasunkitani yat Shrinvanti Gayanti Gurunanti Sadhavaha. So that is otherwise Paramahamsas reject immediately. There are likewise politicians, all this kind of whatever the thing which is not a devotion to Krishna, it is useless thing. Likewise, Narada Muni says that Nayadvachitra padam hareresho jagat pavitram pragunihita karhe chet tad vaisam teddham ushinti manasa nayatra hamsa nirmanti usakshayaha. So that place which is not glorifying Krishna, for example, all the newsletters, all the movies, entertainments, politicians, and everything, the fighting within the world, it is kind of a Vayasa Tirtham. Tad Vayasam Tirtham Ushanti Manasa. It is the place of pilgrimage of crows. That is the place of pilgrimage for the crows. But Paramahamsas, the Hamsa, is a place with the lotus flower in the pond. Nayatra Hamsa Nirmanti Usakshayaha. Likewise, the Paramhamsas, they don't take pleasure in any kind of activities except the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, such kind of instructions Narada Muni has given in the Narada Pancharatra, in his third incarnation. That is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He explained all the Bhakti Sutras. So these Bhakti Sutras, whoever is following, they are not the fruitive. They do not give any reactions, either good or bad. Good, sorry. So they're either good or bad. They are the bondage of fruitive work, and one will not get any liberation if as long as one is engaging in the pious activities. I'm doing good. I'm taking care of everything. धर्म स्वनिश्चित पुंसां विश्वक्सेन कथासु यः नोत्पादयेज्यति रतिं श्रमयेविः केवलम्. One is performing all pious activities, but he doesn't get attraction towards the Krishna. Then Shramayevihi Kevalam. All of his throughout his life is waste, though he is engaged in the pious activities. Even though he is performing dharmic activities perfectly. Dharma Swanishta Pumsam Visvaksena Katasu Yaha Na Utpadayed Rati Shramayevihi Kevalam. Shramayevihi Kevalam. That is Shramayevihi. It is the useless labor. So this is the Srimad Bhagavatam is giving all these things. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam saranam raja. So you leave everything and only work for me. Surrender only to me. Only to me, not to any other demigod. That is bhakti. Then you will enter into my abode. You will be able to enter into my pastimes. Likewise, the Lord says. So Narada Muni, he is giving all these instructions in the Narada Pancharatra. Okay, so there is a very beautiful purport. Of course, you all understand this. If you have got any questions, dear devotees, kindly ask, or you wanted to share anything, kindly share on Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
So Narada is come as incarnation of God, not like demigod, is it?
Yes, Narada Muni is the empowered incarnation of the Lord.
And
That is Sektyavesh Avatara. So there are avatars or different avatars. One is the Purusha avatars. Purusha avatars are Karnodaksai Vishnu, Garbhodaksai Vishnu, Kshirodaksai Vishnu. That is Purusha avatars. Next one is the Guna avatars. They are Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. They are the Guna avatars. And then the
so
Sektyavat.
like Brahma, Vishnu, his like you say that is also is a god avatar. It's like so they're not
That is,
called as a god demigod. Then why they call as a demigod?
yeah, it is the Guna avatars. The Guna avatars. This is goodness, passion, and ignorance. So
Okay.
that is Guna avatars. And here Vishnu and Kshirodaksha Vishnu and one of the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar. That Vishnu is the same personality. There, he is counted from the Purusha avatars as well as the Guna avatars. And then after that, there are Leela avatars. There are so many, at least 25 to 25 Leela avatars. And then Yuga avatars are there. Yuga avatars are just like a Shukla, Rakta, Shyama, Krishna. So these are the different colors. Whenever the Lord appears in the Satya Yuga, he appears as a Shukla, white color. That is the Shvetavaraha avataram. And then Rakta in the Treta Yuga. So likewise, Shyama avataram in the Dwapara Yuga. That is the Krishna. And then Krishna is the it is the black, but in a special cases like Pita is the yellow as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Kali Yuga. Likewise, different color they are called Yuga avatars. And then Manvantara avatars are just like a Yajna, and then Vibhu, Satyasena, Hari, and then Vaikunta, Ajita. So they are, let me just share that one. It is, you would understand very easily.
$25 avtara, 24, 25.
This is the Goloka chart. Just I'm trying to put in front of you. Here in this Goloka chart, in the bottom right corner, so all the incarnations of the Lord are summarized. So here, so here there are three different colors. One is the Krishna is the Swayam Rupa. He is always in the Goloka Vrindavan. And then there are spiritual planet expansions. So that is the Balarama. This is the Prabhava Prakasha, Vaibhava Prakasha. And then later on, his Tad Ekatmaka Rupa, Ekatma Rupa. So they are differently manifested like Vasudeva, Sankashana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. And then this is all in the Goloka Vrindavan. And then next one is the Vaibhava Vilasa. This is the Lord Narayana. From the Sankashana in the Goloka Vrindavana, he expands as a Narayana, as a Vaibhava Vilasa. And Narayana again expands himself into Vasudeva, Sankashana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. These are all Vaikuntha planets. So you see, these are the Vaikuntha planets in the different color. And then the Swamsha is the Brahma Jyoti. This is Brahma Jyoti, you would see here left, the Brahma Jyoti here, and the Swamsha, the Purusha Avataras. The first Purusha Avatara is the Lord exists in the Virija river, that is Karnodak Sai Vishnu. You see here Virija river, that is Karnodak Sai Vishnu. He lies in that Virija river. And from Karnodak Sai Vishnu, so many universes emanates from his body, and then into each universe he enters as a Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, as the Paramatma of the total universe. This is the Samasti Paramatma. So that is Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. Later on, Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. And the Paramatma, the accompanying each individual soul, this is Vyasti Paramatma. And then here it is all the incarnations are given. One is the Leela Avataras. So here 25 incarnations are given. From the beginning, from the Kumaras, Narada Muni, Varahadeva, Mashya, Yajna, Narada, Naranarayana, like that. And then the Guna Avataras, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. And then Yuga Avataras is the Sukla, Rakta, Shyama, Krishna. These are the four or five colors. Yellow is also there. That is the Pita color. And then next is the Manvantara avatars. You would see around 14 of them are here. And then there are the Sikcha Vesha avatars. So out of Sikcha Vesha avatars are Kapila Deva, Rushabha Deva. They are the Bhagavad Avesha, direct expansions. Next is the Vibhuti, or the indirect expansions are Sheshanaga, Anantadeva, Lord Brahma, Chaturshna, the four Kumaras, and Narada Muni, Maharaja Prithu, and Parashurama. These are all Sikcha Vesha avatars with Vibhuti indirectly. So sometimes we see Leela, same personality in the Leela avatars and also Sikcha Vesha avatars. So like Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, he is also one of the Purusha avatars and also Guna avatars. They overlap, but the functions are based on functions, they're categorized as the Sikja Vesha avatars or Yoga avatars, Guna avatars, like that. So here, Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, he is in the Kshirodaka ocean, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, and Karnodak Sai Vishnu. So this is our universe. So you are all familiar with this one. It's the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So Narada Muni is the one of the Sikja Vesha avatars. And Karnatak Sai Vishnu is in the Virija river. From his body, so many universes are coming from his body. Jugrihe Purusham Rupam Bhagavan Mahadadivihi Sambhotam Sodasakalamado Lokasisrukshaya. That is Karnadak Sai Vishnu. Yasyam Basayanasya Yoga Nidram Vitinvataha Nabi Sadambuja Dasit Brahma Visrujampatihi. This is Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. So likewise, all the incarnations are explained in the third chapter of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah, nicely. So, yeah, thank you.
Okay, any other questions, dear devotees, if you have
I
got?
want to learn more. I put this is 24 out there, but there's 25. So, yeah.
Yes, there are many avatars as well, but which cannot be counted. Just like so many small rivers are flowing into the ocean, likewise many incarnations are coming from a big ocean. So it is explained later on in the similar. Here it says in the later verses, this 27. So ऋषियो मन्वो देवमन्पुत्र महोजसः कलाः सर्वे हरेरेव सप्रजापति स्मृताः. And before that one, it is mentioned avatarahi asankyeya harehe sattvanide dvijaha yada 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 vidasinah kulyaha sarasah syuhu sahasrashah. O Brahmanas, the incarnations of the Lord are innumerable, like rivulets flowing from the inexhaustible sources of water. Many of them, but here Suta Goswami is mentioning few of them. Later on, Lord Brahma, he mentions a few of them like that. So this in this chart, they are summarized into very few here, but it may not be counted by so many incarnations are there. The primary ones are mentioned. Okay, so any other questions, dear devotees?
Narada comments Avatar and also in Guna. Both, both of his name.
Sorry, Mataji?
Also come as a 25 Avatar as well, one of.
Yes, that is one of the Sikhyavesha avatars.
And then it was also showing in other Avatar as well his name on that chart.
In the chart, his name is mentioned.
Twice, I think.
Yes, twice. That's right. That's right. One is as part of the Leela Avataras that is mentioned here. So here, if you see, the second is the Narada Muni. Here it is part of Leela Avataras, and also here Narada Muni is mentioned in the Vibhuti or indirect or Sektyavesh Avataras. Here the Sektyavesh Avataras.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so that is and dear devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly ask. Or you wanted to add anything, kindly add. Anything else on Krishna consciousness?
Prabhuji, can you show again the graph, the diagram about the avatars? You can give little explanation already. Yes. So Leela Avatar, the first one is the
Um, I think the first one it is here is Purusha Avataras.
okay, Purusha. Yes. Yeah, Purusha Avatar, Leela Avatar, Guna Avatar, and then Juga Avatar. Yeah, Manantara Avatar. Manantara Avatar and Juga Avatar almost similar, is it not?
So Yuga Avataras, they are mentioning with a color.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, color. Yeah, Juga Avatar is color. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And Manantara Avatar. Then Saptavesh Avatar. Okay. And Shaktavesh Avatar. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the 6 types avatar, or there is others?
Yeah, 6 types are, these are the primary ones.
Okay. Okay.
And after all these things, after Suta Goswami explains all these things, he says, Ete chamsha kalaha pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Lokum Vyakulam Mrudiyanti Yuge Yuge. The Lord appears, he is the Swayam Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna is in the top. Everything comes from Krishna. That is the 28th shloka of this third chapter explains. एते चांश कलाः पुंसाः कृष्णस्तु भगवान् स्वयं इन्द्रादिव्याकुलं लोकं मृडयन्ति युगे युगे. That is the avatar of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna.
This where can I get this one?
I have shared this one Prabhuji in the group. Previously it is the Goloka chart.
Okay, I missed that one.
Goloka contains the Bhumandala. It is structure of Bhumandala. And how it contains, we are Jambu Dvipa, Pushkara Dvipa, and then Salmali Dvipa, and Kusha Dvipa, and the Krauncha Dvipa, Saka Dvipa, and then this is a Pushkara Dvipa. So this is Plaska Dvipa and this Pushkara Dvipa. And the sun movement, sun is always going on the Mansotra mountain, his movement. It is the Pushkara, so it falls between the Saka Dvipa and the Pushkara Dvipa. In between there are mountain ranges. The sun movement goes there, and keeping the center point is the Meru mountain in the middle point, the Sumeru. And this is where we are living in the Jambu Dvipa. Jambu Dvipa is divided into 9 varshas. They are the Ilavrata Varsha, Bharata Varsha, Kim Purushana Varsha, Ketumala Varsha, Bhadrasha Varsha, like that. There are 9 Varshas. So we are living in the Bharata Varsha. That is about the Bhumandala is here, and then later on, all the Bhumandala is here, which is balanced by the 4 elephants, and their Vamana, and I think the names are also given, Pundarika, Airavata, and Kumuda. And this Bhumandala is Ananta Shesha is holding all the Bhumandala on top of his head, just like a mustard seed. But here it is showing as big, but actually, and that Ananta is standing on the Kurma, Adi Kurma. That is again the Lord. And Garbhodakshai Vishnu is under the Ananta Shesha. And here, all the planets, they are rotating, keeping the Dhruva is the center point as a chandelier. Prabhupada says, as a chandelier, all the planets, they are stringing. Mid center point, there is one center point, and all are just going like a chandelier, rotating. Okay, that is material universe is explained, and then further, this is a description of Devi Dhama, abode of Durga, that is our material universe. Mahesha Dhama is explained, and the Mahatattva is explained, Pradhana is explained. They are all, and if you see in this Goloka chart, and here the Goloka spiritual planet, there are 10 tridents exist here. The 1, 2, and then 3, and the sides are 1, 2, this is 5, and then bottom, there are 3 of them. One is here, and here, and here, and one is Nadir, and another one is Zenith. So they will come on the top and bottom. And they're always protected in the mantra forms. Here, each trident is having one mantra. and also the personalities exist. They are all guarding these Vaikuntha planets and the Goloka planet. Out of all the Vaikuntha planets, Goloka planet exists. So everything comes from what are the sources is Srimad Bhagavatam and Brahma Samhita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay. And also here Ayodhya is here. This is Ayodhya is the spiritual Ayodhya, and there is a spiritual Dwaraka, spiritual Jagannath Puri, and spiritual planet Madura. They are the surroundings of the Goloka. And then the Kshira, this is a Shweta Deepam, and then central point is the where Krishna he lives in his abode. Swadamani Brahmani Ramste Namaha with Radharani. And one side is the Krishna and Gopis pastimes, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in another part of Goloka. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates and the petals. The eight major petals. These are the Ashtasakis, Radha Krishna, and then here we have got Lalita, Vishaka, Suchitra, Induleka, Champakalata, and then Ragavidya, is this Rangadevi, Tungavidya, Sudevi. So these are the eight primary gopis, and our Acharyas Rupa Goswami is the Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, Lavanga Manjari. They are Manjaris, our Goswamis. Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, like that they are given in different petals. And likewise, there are many other petals. They're all devotees of Krishna, and different pastimes are happening in the different petals. So many spiritual planets exist. It is all our mood with Krishna, our relationship with Krishna. Based on that, we will enter into one of the petals of this Goloka. So that is the, and here we will see the Vasudeva here out of the four sides, Vasudeva, Sankashana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. So these are the four expansions of Krishna in the Goloka. This is a Shweta Dvipa. This is in the spiritual planets. There is one more Shweta Dvipa within this planet where Kshirodak Sai Vishnu exists within this boundary of the universe, within the inside our universe. This is the Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. There is also milk ocean. This milk ocean is different from the spiritual outside of this universe. Though wherever the Lord is there, that is Vaikuntha. That is another way to explain. Okay. So any other questions? Hangma Mataji, you want to know anything else? Malati Mataji?
No, it's okay, Prabhuji.
So sometimes it may be too much to digest at once quickly, but we will go through scriptural references and explain these things. We will understand everything perfectly in due course of time.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so if you're all happy, we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां
पतितानां
पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
वैष्णवेभ्यो
नमो नमः अनन्तकोटि
Prabhupada
वैष्णवेभ्यो
teacher.
श्रीलप्रभुपाद की
जय
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you,
हरे
Prabhu. Thank you so much.
हरे
Welcome.
हरे
You
कृष्णा
learned so much from Prabhu.
Hare
Translate
Bol.
your sloka. You can say Hari Bol to Prabhu. Hari
हरि
Bol.
बोल हरि
Hare
Hari
बोल
Bol.
Haribol.
हरि
Hari Bol.
बोल
Hari Bol to all the devotees. I thank you so much because you ask questions. That way we all learn each other. It is a learning process and helping each other, holding hands in our spiritual journey. are placed to all the devotees. Okay. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण
Ram, Hare
हरे
Ram,
हरे राम हरे हरे।
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
हरे
Ram,
कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे
Hare
हरे।
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna,
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे।
Hare
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.